Hello, crew and Nikki. It's sometime during second to last or third to last week in August, and I am currently on vacation. Someplace that you have to figure out where I am, I guess. We've been having a good time, but I wanted to make a quick video here in response to Karoo's latest video. To begin with, there's a lot of stuff in here that I don't feel I need to talk about or talk to. The one thing is that I wanted to say to Nikki in response to your discussion of going to, wow, that's a loud motorcycle. Your discussion, you said you were talking with Mike, and you said, hey, let's go to Eastern Oregon. And Bend is not Eastern Oregon. That's a point of contention for those of us who do live in Eastern Oregon. Bend is most definitely central and central western Oregon. Eastern Oregon, if you look at Bend on a map of Oregon, it is in the western half of Oregon. Eastern Oregon is, Pendleton is the largest city in Eastern Oregon. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Karoo, you saying that Bend hasn't changed since you were there with Mike, and that would have to have been more than 10 years ago. And I would contend that Bend actually has grown up quite a bit since then. And I don't know if that was that the large, growth spurt in Bend happened over the last 10 years. It may have happened a little bit before that, but Bend has been changing a lot. Let's see, recreational softball. Nikki, I enjoyed your discussion of recreational softball and yours as well, Karoo. Sarah and I think I've said this already, but Sarah and I played on a rec softball team at Penn State when we were there, and initially it was really fun. And this guy named Rob, who was, a pretty easygoing guy, organized it. We had a good time. Sarah actually played first base for our team because her arm isn't great, but she can catch. She could dig just about anything out of the dirt. And she had the same problem you did, Nikki, with guys throwing the ball really hard at her, and kind of ticked her off at times because it wasn't always necessary. And she ended up with bruises on her hand and whined about it. Whiner. And I gave her a baseball glove for her birthday one year during that time. But I actually pitched for the team on and off. But it was kind of interesting because I think a lot of people wanted to pitch, and I wasn't really committed to it. And so eventually Sarah just started playing and kept playing because she was a decent female player, and they all wanted her, and they always had more guys than they needed. So she was good. It was fun. Volleyball. Karoo, you're talking about the women's volleyball uniforms, but I really didn't take in anything you said because I was busy looking at your breasts and your U.S. soccer shirt. And I meant to mention Go USA. I suppose that you were paying no attention last Wednesday when the USA got in a jet and flew down to Mexico City to play Mexico in a friendly in Azteca Stadium. And the U.S.'s record in Azteca Stadium was 0-23-1 going into that match. And it was a friendly, and the four top U.S. players on the team, four of the best U.S. players. No, I don't know. Anyway, U.S. was missing a good 30 to 40% of their starting lineup, if not more. And fans were all saying that we were going to get our butts kicked. Well, you can tell where this is going. USA won 1-0 right after Mexico wins the gold medal at the Olympics. So undoubtedly there was a letdown there, but pretty exciting for the U.S. to finally get a win in Mexico for the first time ever that the senior national team had won a match in Mexico against Mexico in 25 attempts in Azteca. Let's see. make a video. I'm making a video right now, Karu, and the last thing you had was about Kyle taking an online class at Penn State, and actually it's really interesting because they were starting that online certificate and degree program when I was at Penn State 10 years ago, and actually 12 years ago now, and it was, it's a good program actually. I know a lot of people who still teach in that program, although there's been a lot of turnover, and Dave DiBiase, who originally started the program, is now moved on, works for ESRI. So anyway, that's all I got. I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, do you, Earl?